A final idea, and I think hopefully more than a final idea, is from Eli Aamot, who's from Sintef Industry. Now, she is going to hit us with, I hope, lots of ideas, lots of things that you're doing in Sintef to make us feel positive. We can do things effectively, change the world, get there. Eli.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation to speak to this very competent audience. It's been a great day, and as Nisha said, I'm from Sintef. Sintef is, for those who are not familiar with Sintef, one of Europe's largest independent research organizations. We are not for profit, and we have technology for a better society as our mission. By that, you understand that I'm kind of technology geek, and I strongly believe that technology will solve most of our problems, realizing by the years gone by that there might be something else to it in addition to the technology. But nevertheless, technology is crucial. But just a friendly reminder to the Sustainable Development Goals. And what we have been talking about is goal number 7, clean and affordable energy. 13% of world population do not have access to clean and affordable energy. 3 billion people use wood, charcoal, animal waste for cooking and heating. That's the challenge. But this is an opportunity. If I was a power-producing company, I would say that is a huge market for me. But at the same time, we also know that power generation is 60% of greenhouse gas emissions, which is causing the climate change. So maybe not in the power industry at all. So this is the challenge, just to remind you. And it's not only the number 7, which is about energy transition. Energy is interlinked to all other sustainable development goals as well. So this is a tremendous challenge. We have heard today, technology are developing. We have heard that the cost of solar, wind, batteries, maybe hydrogen, has reached a level that it's comparable to the cost of fossil energy. So why isn't it happening? Tricky question. We have seen that battery has enabled the use of electrical vehicles. In Norway, last year, in 2018, 1/3 of new cars sold were electrical vehicles. So things are happening. But is it at sufficient speed? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. There were some optimistic and pessimistic votes earlier today. One of the technology we are of course, we are working on every of those technology elements, trying to improve, trying to reduce the cost, increase the lifetime, so the implementation should be smoother. But this is one of the projects we are working on. We have this coastal express boat going from Trondheim to Kristiansund. Very convenient on Friday afternoon. I have a cabin at Hitra, very nice. It's by marine diesel. As most maritime transport. We try to look at, could we develop a coastal express which is zero emitting? Could we do it with batteries? Maybe. But this is an express boat, so it's about speed, and speed is about weight. So batteries, they'd be too heavy. Let's go with hydrogen and fuel cells. So that's what we're trying to do, working together with Fiskerstrand, who's going to hopefully build this boat. And we have seen it's quite feasible to do this technical. Price-wise, depends to see. So this is one solution for a problem of solving the mobility challenge. Another hydrogen project is Deep Purple. And Deep Purple is the emitting frequency of hydrogen. That's why the name. The idea was, how can we provide the offshore industry by zero emitting energy, emission-free energy to offshore facilities? Yes, Could we do it with offshore wind? Yes, we can, but that's the problem with intermittency. Maybe not. What about producing hydrogen? Yes, let's go for that. So we can produce hydrogen offshore by seawater, need to be purified and desalinated. Then we have the hydrogen, but what about intermittency? Yes, let's store it on an offshore platform. Don't think so. But let's store it on the seabed in containers for use when the wind isn't blowing or we have some need for some peak load. And we can re-electrify by using fuel cells. Interesting concept. Still working on it. Cost has to come down, weight has to come down. But this is a very interesting concept for the offshore industry, but I think there might be other areas where this might be a suitable solution. The last one I choose to pick from is a project we was awarded from the UN nations under the program Powering the Future We Want. This is about mobility again. It's about solar fuel electric mobility in Tunisia and the Middle East. The idea is can we build a boat, a small passenger ferry, approximately 30 passengers, commuting in tourist areas, and put solar cells on the rooftop and batteries for the propulsion. Actually, we put out the contract for building this boat 2 weeks ago. So this will happen. And as a part of that, we will study the economical, social, and environmental effects of doing this. And hopefully this can be widespread deployed. I found this source, Our World in Data. And on the internet, I tried to find something I like. And this one I liked. This is about the speed of technology adoption in US households. Interesting things I found. This is the landline. It took almost 100 years from the telephone was invented until it reaches 80% adoption in US households. The smartphone took less than 10 years. Might have something to do with the infrastructure necessary, but it might also have something to do with the interest and the awareness and what the service can bring to us. Jørgen talked about artificial intelligence. We have been talking about digitalization. We see that in our way to pursue even more cost-efficient renewable energy, I think new materials will be very essential. I saw an announcement that GE was to build a 12-megawatt wind turbine, and there will be huge wind blades. And we're looking into other new materials which can ease the production, but also the maintenance of such huge wind blades. So that's the new material thing. So I think that might be. Going back to the Deep Purple project, is the new materials which we can contain the hydrogen, so we don't need to transport all those iron up to Finspång for a test. Could there be new materials? Yes, I think so. We have some pretty nice ideas up there. Micro and nanoelectronics and sensor and Internet of Things. Let's say when we are successful in developing the Deep Purple project, could we combine that with the fuel cells, Coastal Express? So could it be that there was such a plant at Hitra, where I have my cabin, where we could have a wind turbine, and we can produce hydrogen, which can refuel this boat. Put it sensors, we can monitor from our central part in Norway, maybe Trondheim, the performance and the behavior. So we could have a lot of such small Deep Purple concepts, not centralized, but decentralized, enabled by sensors and the Internet of Things, connectivity. I think the sky is the limit. I also think, what we have alluded to earlier today, that the rising awareness from the youngsters, inspired by Greta, will help us to reduce the barrier for technology adoption and implementation. And I think this is a huge opportunity for the politicians to take very bold steps to decarbonize our world and to save the planet from being overcooked. Thank you for your attention.